Do you know anything about a spirit channeling plan?
If you mean the first plan from 300 years ago, then yes. Do you know what its main objective was?
Yes.
You will?
It was to use Lenegis to siphon off Dana's astral energy and send it to Rena.
Exactly. However, there were two problems we had to consider. First was how to collect and send such a large quantity of astral energy without it becoming sentient. Second, we had to figure out how to convert Dana's energy so it would be compatible with Rena.
I take it the solutions to those problems were to use the wedge for the collection, and then the Sovereign and Maiden to convert the energy.
We have a winner. However, the first plan failed when the Sovereign was overwhelmed and became frenzied. The reason for that is because the Maiden lost control. I'm told he slaughtered many Renans in Helganquil that day. For the next plan, we tried to recreate the Renis Alma, but we didn't have nearly enough of the other non-dark astral energy types. To amend that, we set our sights on Dana, and implemented a system whereby we could extract energy from it.
And the crown contest began.
Correct. Since the Maiden had been the failing point in the previous plan, it was decided to replace her role with machinery to avoid further mishaps. A new Sovereign had to be made as well. It was such tremendously difficult work, its success was dubious. But from the look of things, it would appear such worries were unfounded.
So that's what the purpose of that room we found in the Forbidden Zone was.
What about the flower that sprouted from Rena?
Yeah, what about that?
Flower? Oh, that thing. That's the physical manifestation of all the astral energy that's been harvested from Dana. As I'm sure you've noticed, it's quite a lot of energy. At this point, it's likely that it's become physically integrated with Rena's planetary structure.
Hevric 35 mentioned that the spirit channeling plan is entering its final stage. Is that true?
It is. I never thought I would live to see the day with my own eyes, and yet here we are. Are we done talking now? If it's all the same to you, I'd really rather not miss anything that's about to happen.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to miss the destruction of the world.
The potential end of the world is just another day on the job.
Yeah.
You've got to remember that these guys have been living alone up here for a long time. Who knows what shape their minds are in?
So as you know, Endu, I got a...
It feels like our whole world...
I got a stream deck. I got money. I got a shirt, like a new shirt. And I got a Gordon Ramsay cookbook. So far.
The world has been turned upside down. Is there anything we know that's still true at this point?
Seriously, I'm still trying to process the fact that we Renans were created by the Helganquil, let alone the Sovereign and Maiden stuff.
Let's take a moment to gather ourselves. I know all of this is a lot to believe and take in, but I think it's fair to say that we've found the answers we've been looking for. Does everyone agree?
Agreed. Though I'll admit that I never expected it to all boil down to Rena's great spirit being behind everything.
Everything that's happened, everything we've endured, it's all because of astral energy.
And to get that energy, the Great Spirit took control of the Helganquil. Then the Helganquil created the Renans, who went on to invade
Hey, Tony,
and
what's up,
rule over
man?
the Danans.
Plus, the reason the Great Spirit can't directly control the Renans as well is likely because they were originally Danans all along.
Either way, I think
see.
it's fair to say we've all had a lot to take in at once. Maybe too much, even. We should probably take it easy and rest our minds a bit. Why don't we all take some time to think things over before we decide on our next move?
That's a good idea, Kisara.
Yeah, we're not really having a
If the
choice
Renan
anyway.
Great Spirit really is behind all this, and we've got a really big fight ahead of us. Because it's not just Dana on the line, but Rena too. If we're going to do this, we need to be completely sure of ourselves. So let's go ahead and break off for now. We aren't in any immediate danger, so we should be okay. You sure you don't want to be alone right now?
I could ask you the same question.
I figured I'd get all my thinking in while walking around and checking up on everybody.
I'll go along with you. I'm interested to hear what's on everyone's minds, too.
Sounds good. Let's go find them.
Everyone's just gone their own way, huh?
Yeah, let's hit up each spot. Everything we thought we knew, it was all just a fabrication that the Red Women, no, that the Helganquil made up.
I'm doing great, thank you, Tony. What about you?
Assuming we can believe anything that Hevrek 35 has told us, that is.
Well, if the names are anything to go by, it's possible the Helganquil could be behind the fruits of Helgen too.
But if Hevrek 35 was telling the truth, and this was all just one massive lie, does that mean everything we've done up until now has been pointless?
No, I don't think so. Or at least I hope not. I think it just means we've lost our foothold for now. That's all.
Really? Well then, if we've lost it, I guess we'll just have to find another. All of us together. And if we can't find one, then we'll make a new one. End of story.
Make one, huh? I see. Right then. Count me in.
Yeah, so obviously the fruit of Elgin comes from the Elginquil, like 100%. It has to. Like it's the same name. Be a little bit better once this coffee is done brewing. Oh, dude, I know the feeling. Yeah, this morning when I woke up, I was kind of dead. Like, and then coffee. Like I ate breakfast, got coffee. Speaking of coffee, I'm gonna need to get some more. But yeah, it feels great now. Feels amazing. So far, things on Dena have proceeded according to plan. I feel honored to witness the final stage of an event, generations in the making. I'm keen to see how it'll all turn out. Yeah, no, bro, like, this is what I find super weird with these guys. It's like the Overseer wants us to go and fight and kill the Great Spirit. The Great Spirit being their boss. And they all seem pretty chill with it. They seem like they don't even know we're gonna go and stop the event. They're like watching the event and they're happy that the event is gonna unfold. And I'm like, I'm trying to stop it. That's kind of weird. That's the 8-bit though, right? Is that the one? I can't, like, you'll have to send it to me on Discord and do it, like, maybe in the private message, because like if I click on the link, it opens up a window under my main monitor, which is behind the game I'm playing, and I can't tab out because it's on a different input. So it's kind of like I would have to like change the input, check the link, and then check, you know, like it's kind of annoying. But if you send it to me on Discord, then it's good. I'll see it. But if it's the 8-bit though controller, I know what it is. I think I just ordered the regular controller from Nintendo. I think that's what I just did. I did the same price. Hold on, 8-bit though. I'm not even finding it on Amazon, and yet you send me the link. I don't understand. Hold on, let me open it on my phone. Hold on, checking it out right now. Oh, that's it. That's why. It's because Amazon doesn't have it anymore. So you're buying it off of other sellers, essentially. It's the same price, but it's not like sold by Amazon anymore because they don't have any copies. Yeah, you like it? The official SNES Switch has no joystick? Wait, what do you mean it has no joystick? The Switch Pro controller? Yes, they do. Or do you mean the official SNES Switch joystick? Okay, yeah, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Yeah. Huh, really? That's an odd choice. Huh. Yeah, that is an odd choice. I mean, thanks for the link. I mean, because the thing with that controller is kind of small, right? Like the SNES controller is kind of small. The 8-bit though one, from what I remember, because I've seen like a few YouTubers having it, and I remember it being kind of small in their hands, isn't it? Like it's not like that small, but it's still kind of small compared to like a PS5 controller, which is kind of bulky. And I have big hands, so I think I'm gonna stick with the Pro controller. But like down the line, like if I want to grab one, then I know it's like an amazing controller, because you're not the first person to say that it's like great. Like a lot of people have been saying it's pretty good. We'll start the stream of the battle once we have a few more people trickle in. It appears to maintain constant monitoring to ensure nothing approaches Dick Fizzle. Okay, we can definitely rest. Yes. Let's get one of these XP boost out. No. Oh god. That was the cat walking the keyboard. Wait, where's my XP? Oh, I see. No. Oh my god. For real though. Jesus Christ. Cat just like Van's gone, right? And the second Van's gone, the baby cat just like, hey, let's like dance on the keyboard. Feel free to come by whenever you need to lie down, okay? Well, I will. Oh boy, here we go. Time to talk to our friendos. And like everybody. The spirit channeling plan will soon finally conclude as the Overseer reaches the end of its lifespan. After going into hibernation countless times to date, it's been a long time coming to say the least. What are we going to do once the project is over and there's nothing left for us to research? We'll always keep observing as long as there are things out there worth watching. Once our time is up, whenever it is, we shall return to nothing. It's a fitting fate for the station and its inhabitants after being cast out into the cosmos. It's weird. Wait, did he hurt himself? Like how? You finally collapsed again and helped me back up? Well, I appreciate it. Thanks to you, I can continue to go about my research. How? How did he hurt himself? Did the Renans and Unlenegus lose control of their Zeugles? I suppose it's plausible, what with all the astral energy flowing through the place. In which case the arts that were keeping them in line must have been disrupted. I doubt it was otherwise the work of the Great Spirit. I agree, it's hard to believe that such a massive consciousness could deliberately conceive and then carry out such a localized phenomenon. Hey Lunas, what's up? How you doing? The new Pokemon game that comes out in a year is making me want to buy a Switch. Really, Tony? Huh. You mean the Pokemon Arceus? That one?
Oh, it's you two. Does he seem like he's doing any better now?
He who? Oh, you mean Dohalim, don't you?
I know that we're all struggling to wrap our minds around it all, but he looked like he was taking it really hard earlier.
What do you think about everything we've learned? About the Renans and the Great Spirit and all that?
On some level, I'm not even really sure what to think, to be honest. I mean, the Great Spirit is like a huge natural disaster, but with a mind and will of its own. But if that thing's hellbent on trying to destroy our planet,
Jesus,
then the only
okay?
thing left for us to do is stop it. As for the Renans, I suppose my feelings on that are a bit more mixed.
How so?
Coexistence between Danans and Renans in Menancia is still a work in progress.
In my case, I think that's partly because deep down, I was still on guard around Renans. So, to be told that they're like us, that they're actually just like us is, well, I guess it's a little deflating, to be honest.
You kept a pretty level head.
You mean about the Renans? At the end of the day, the Helganquil and the Great Spirit are the ones who are responsible. But at the same time, I realize that not every Danon is necessarily going to believe that either.
I know you're already aware of this, but the list of grievances the Danons have against the Renans is long, and understandably so. And if people then find out that they're all actually one and the same, yeah, I don't think they're going to take to it too kindly.
Even just among the Danons, I'm sure there'll be some who emerge with power and some who won't. I think if we can find a way to get rid of that imbalance, then we'll be in a truly good place.
Well, first we can try to figure out what to do about the existing conflicts we have.
Yeah. It'd be nice if one day people could learn to get past their hatred like Rinwell did.
It's no small task. We can't pretend like the past didn't happen and ask people to forget their very real pain and suffering.
Right. Everybody has their reasons for feeling the way that they do. But if we just keep yelling at each other about it, we'll never move on. In a worst-case scenario, it might lead to even more people getting killed.
And we all have to figure out how to meet halfway. Not just that, but to also embrace each other's pain in a sense.
That's an interesting way of putting it.
It's true. Everybody has their own scars, their own trauma. The first step to healing those wounds is to put aside that hatred. It won't be achieved through reasoning, but I think it's a good first step, if nothing else. And now, I think I see a way to move forward. But to do that, first we need to make sure our planet isn't going to get wiped out.
True. Very true. A little shook, to be honest. I didn't have my knife. Wow. That's crazy, dude. That's... Wow. Where was that? Like, are you in Canada or in the States? So, Tony, about that game, I'm not sure. Like, it looks kind of interesting, right? And I've never been like that big into Pokemon games. So like having like the idea of like an actual open world that is like a Pokemon thing where you can actually capture stuff in the wild and things sounds super awesome. My problem is, from all the videos we've seen, the graphics don't look that great. The animations don't look that great. And like, it really feels like the world is just like it's just empty. Like zones just feel very, very bare bone. They don't even feel like something that was lovingly crafted. It feels like it's just like, here's like the green grass and we're just to put a few trees and like a few bushes. And that's about it. Like everything feels like super low res too. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of like, I want to see like a more recent video of like actual gameplay and like something more recent. Because like all the stuff that I've seen seems like it was early on in development and it seems like it wasn't that great looking. So that's what's worrying me. Like I feel like I would probably enjoy playing it even though I'm not big on Pokemon just because of the open world aspect, but like I'm scared that it's a low effort thing. Wow, that's lucky. Wow, dude, that's very lucky. Oh my god. Imagine. Now to think about how we can all embrace each other's pain, as you put it. Okay, well, I mean, we'll check that out. Who's that? Oh, that's okay.
You both seem awfully calm.
Only because after everything we've seen, we don't have the energy to keep being shocked.
How are you holding up, Rinwell? That whole talk about the Renans looked like it shook you up a bit.
Yeah. I get this sinking feeling whenever I remember how Danon mages like my family were persecuted and died out. And now, I finally know why that is. But I was thinking, if Renans end up living together with Danons again, then mages won't be such an unusual thing to see on Dana anymore, right? I know it's not as simple as all that, but Danans probably won't be so quick to let their guards down. And there might be Renans who still act superior because of their arts.
It wouldn't surprise me. 300 years of bad blood and prejudice isn't going to be an easy thing to overcome.
Yeah, I know firsthand just how much hatred can take hold in your heart once you let it in. But even so, I was still able to change. And if I can change, so can anyone else. So I was thinking maybe, I don't know, I could use my position as both a Danan and a mage to help bring both sides together.
Renwell.
That'd be
That
cool.
great spirit worries me too, though. Dana's will feels so warm and inviting. So why is Rena's will trying to destroy our entire planet?
Now that you mention it, Everick 35 and the other scientists here never really brought that up. Maybe they don't know either.
Maybe. But regardless, at the end of the day, Dana's still our home. There's no way we can let it be destroyed.
We won't. We'll keep it safe no matter what.
I hope there comes a day when mages are just like anybody else in Dana. Yeah, I mean, not impossible. These are decades-old construction plans showing a central elevator shaft and multiple circular areas. Other than that, Lunas, have you had like a good Christmas? Got like any cool gifts? Upper level, maybe? See, I don't know where my friends are. Are they like split up over like many different areas, or nobody here? Okay, so they have to be like upper. Or maybe not. Maybe they're not upper. Whoa. It's a viewing deck. Wow, we're far. Oh my God, we're so far. Last place to check. If they're not here, then I don't know. They're not here. Where are they then? Were they also? Oh, they must be in the. I'm dumb. I forgot it was like another path. Yeah, down here. I'm a big dum-dum. Completely forgot about this place. The Overseer will, in all likelihood, remain with us for the time being, as its vital signs continues to show as stable. Despite their appearance, their biology is surprisingly close to us. Isn't that just utterly fascinating? Kinda is. I wonder, are Danans still not given surnames of their own? As crude of a tactic as it is, it's nonetheless an effective subjugation tool. But I suppose we aren't all that different, though grandiose sounding, ours are simply a means to identify an individual's formative background. Bearing the unforeseen developments that took place on Lenegis, everything has gone quite smoothly. Even if we were to notice such aberrations for ourselves, we would likely ignore them, as it's not our policy as observers to interfere. Okay. It seems that when Lenegis was activated, no consideration was made for the safety of those in the residential quarter. Not that it matters. Once the plan is complete, Lenegis will serve no purpose. It's only logical there would be more pressing concerns instead. It measures astral energy fluctuations in Dana and Rena. The Overseer must be so pleased to be able to witness the transformation of Dana before it passes on. I mean, I don't know. Oh, hold on. Sorry about that, guys. Van just called me. She hurt herself. She's coming back, like nothing major or anything, but she did hurt herself and she's coming back home. And I'll have to go and pick up some stuff in the car because she won't be able to carry it up the stairs because apparently she kind of cut her finger or something on something. I had a great Christmas with her. Oh God. Oh, that's cool. Oh, nice. Yeah, Kenna Bridge of Spirits is a really cool game. It's really, really fun. Well, at least I'm happy you got some cool stuff, man. Hey, Sub, how you doing?
I apologize for making you witness that.
You mean hearing the origins of the Renans?
Indeed. It's shocking to have so many things I thought to be indelible fade away in mere seconds.
Even I'm still not sure everything we've heard here is actually true.
Let's not delude ourselves. If what we've heard is a lie, it's a rather elaborate one. I can only imagine that you must have been constantly feeling like this, ever since your memory returned, Alphen. And you as well, Shion. About your thorns, and being a maiden.
That's just part of being alive, don't you think?
Well, to say the least. But enough about me. I'm not concerned for myself. What concerns me is all of the other Renans out there.
When you say the other Renans, you mean the ones that are living on Lenegis or Dana, right?
Correct. Even if we stop the Great Spirit from annihilating Dana, our problems will still remain. Putting aside the untold state that Rena may be in, if we do not truly belong there, we will have to think long and hard about where it is that we wish to return to.
So, I guess your only real choices at this point are to either stay on Lenegis or come down to Dana, huh? And right now,
true, Loon. It's good
Lenegis might
catch.
not even be a safe option.
Yeah, I'll fix that.
And at the same time, Danans are hardly likely to embrace Renans with open arms. If the issue is forced, things could turn dire. There is, after all, 3 centuries worth of hatred to overcome between us. And the victims of our rule have absolutely every right to feel animosity towards us Renans. Our own circumstances as the aggressors are irrelevant.
I didn't expect the former Lord of Menancia to be so down about people reconciling.
Menancia's fate was a stroke of good luck. There had been backlash over how it had been ruled, and I was blessed to have sympathizers among my ranks. Still, even now, there remain ardent dissidents.
But things can still change if you have the right people to help lead the way. Isn't that what you hope to achieve on Lenegis, after this is all over?
Indeed. I have fully accepted the burden of that responsibility. In that regard, I remain determined. On that note, I have something of a favor to ask of you, Alphen.
Oh? What is it?
I wish for you to serve as a mediator so that the Renans can live on Dana peaceably. As the one and only Blazing Sword, I suspect the Danans may listen to what you have to say when problems arise.
And I take it that you'll be the one to represent the Renans?
Yes. I realize that I'm asking quite a lot of you. However, the fact of the matter is that it will take time for Renans to re-enter Danan society without any bloodshed. That is why.
You're the same as ever, Dohalim.
Is it too much?
No, relax. You get so tense and formal when you're asking for a favor. Listen, there's no need for that. We're friends.
You're too kind. I can see you were raised well.
That's some high praise, Alphen.
Then I'll ask once again, this time just as friends. Alphen, will you help me?
You don't even need to ask. Of course I will.
Thank you.